This machine is the Upright TM12. Those who intend to use any machine with characteristics of weight, height, width, length or complexity which differ significantly to the training they have received should ensure that they receive a familiarisation to cover the differences. It is the employer's responsibility to ensure that all operators using equipment are adequately trained and familiarised to comply with current health and safety legislation. Machine-specific familiarisation should follow on from basic training and cover the manufacturer's instructions and warnings, features of the specific model, control functions, safety devices and emergency lowering procedures. All of the above are to be found in the operator's manual supplied with the machine. This is a battery-powered, mast-type platform with a maximum platform height of 3.83 metres or 12.5 feet, with a maximum working height of 5.83 metres or 19 feet. The maximum platform capacity is 227 kilograms or 500 pounds, and the maximum number of the occupants, 2 people for indoors, 1 person for outdoors. When this machine is outdoors, it must never be operated in wind speeds which exceed 15 miles per hour or 25 kilometers per hour. Maximum gradability of the machine is 14 degrees or 25%. The maximum allowable manual force is limited to 200 newtons or 45 pounds of force per occupant. So with a maximum of 2 occupants in the platform, this will be maximum 400 newtons or 90 pounds. This manual covers all models of the TM12 aerial work platform. The operator's manual must be stored in the manual case at all times. You must read, understand and follow all safety rules and operating instructions before attempting to operate the machine. Number 1. Platform. 2. Entry bar. This is a sliding bar which will lift up and needs to be lowered down and secured into place prior to elevating the machine. 3. Elevating mast. 4. Platform control box. 5. Operator's manual case. 6. Electrical box. 7. Hydraulic reservoir. 8. Tilt level sensor. 9. Battery tray. 10. Emergency lowering valve. 11. Battery charger. 12. Drive relief valve. 13. Charger outlet plug. Always ensure that you carry out a pre-use inspection of the machine in accordance with any training that you have received. Before operating the machine, check the area for service hazards such as holes, drop-offs, bumps and any debris. Ensure the area above the machine is free from any hazards. If this is not the case, stop what you are doing and report to your supervisor or manager to have the machine moved to a more suitable area. Identify the thorough examination plate and ensure that the machine is in date. Locate the manufacturer's data plate and ensure that serial number corresponds with the thorough examination serial number. Ensure that you carry out your full pre-operation safety inspection as indicated in the operator's manual. Should you find something wrong with the machine, immediately isolate, tag, remove the key and report to your supervisor. Ensure that any pins, retainers are in good condition and fully secure. Check the condition of wheels, wheel nuts. The machine is supplied with a solid non-marking tyre. Check the condition of welds to ensure that there is no damage or cracks on welds. Check the condition of pothole protection devices. Before checking any batteries, ensure that you are wearing the correct personal protective equipment. To check the batteries, at the rear of the machine you will locate a pin and a clip. Undo the pin and clip and using the handle pull the battery tray towards you. At the far end of the batteries you will see a grey Anderson plug. To isolate the batteries before carrying out any maintenance on the batteries, pull out the grey Anderson plug. Charge the batteries at the end of each work shift, or sooner if the batteries have been discharged. Always charge the batteries in a well ventilated area, and do not charge the batteries when the machine is near a source of sparks or flames. Connect an appropriate extension cord to the charger outlet plug. Plug the extension cord into a properly grounded outlet of proper voltage and frequency. The charger turns on automatically after a short delay. The LED charge indicator will illuminate. After completion of the charge cycle, the LED will blink, indicating that the charger is in a continuous maintenance mode. Do not leave the charger plugged in for more than 48 hours, as permanent damage to the batteries may occur. Hydraulic ramping. Your machine may have hydraulic ramping built into it by design. This means that the machine may not stop immediately when a controller is released. Emergency stop button on the chassis. Toggle switch on the chassis. Enable button. Key switch. The key switch has two positions, position 0 and position 1. Position 0 is off, position 1 is in use. Joystick with an enable button. Joystick can also control drive and steer functions. Emergency stop button. Lift button. Drive button. Horn button. Display. Within the operator's manual, it refers to system function inspection. This is a function inspection of all the operating controls prior to using the machine. Testing the enable button. Pull out both emergency stop buttons at the chassis controller and the platform controller. Put the key into the position 0 and turn to position 1. At the chassis control, your machine is equipped with an enable button. Without pressing the enable button, use the toggle switch to try and lift the machine up and down. Because the enable button is not pressed in, the machine should not lift. Now push in the enable button and using the toggle switch, elevate the machine. At the bottom of the machine, you will see that the machine has what's called depression mechanism supports. These are known as pothole protection devices. These should have now rotated into position under the machine. With the platform up in the air, open the chassis controller door. You will now identify the tilt level sensor. Push and hold the tilt level sensor off level. With your other hand now, push the chassis enable button and attempt to try and lift the machine up. The machine should not lift. Now close the door and partially lower the platform by using the enable button and using the toggle switch to lower the platform down. When lowering, the machine should have an audible lowering alarm. Leave the machine elevated approximately 1 meter and now go around to the front of the machine to the location of the chassis emergency lowering valve. To emergency lower the machine, open the valve by pulling the red toggle handle towards you. The machine should now lower down under gravity. Once the platform is fully lowered, release the red toggle switch. Now push in the chassis emergency stop switch into the off position. All machine functions should now be disabled. To resume operation, pull out the red emergency stop switch at the chassis. Climb into the platform by lifting the entry bar up. After climbing into the platform, lower the bar across the entrance. Ensuring that the emergency stop switch is pulled out, on the platform controller you will see the joystick. The joystick has an enable switch at the front of it. To check the function of the enable switch, do not hold the enable switch, but now attempt to drive forward or backwards. Because the enable switch is not pressed, the machine should not move. Now press the lift button. Again, do not hold the enable switch, but now attempt to lift the platform up and lower the platform down. Again, because the enable switch is not pressed, the machine should not elevate or lower. Now holding the enable switch, press the drive function and slowly push the control lever forwards and reverse to check for speed and directional control. Please note, the further you push or pull the control lever from the centre, the faster the machine will travel. To check the steering, use the toggle switch on top of the joystick to check for left and right turning of the wheels. Now select Lift button and holding the Enable trigger, push the control lever forward. Elevate the machine to its full height, ensuring that the machine lifts smoothly. Now pressing the Enable button, lower the machine to a height of approximately 1.5 meters. Select Drive and now slowly drive forward and backwards. This now checks that the elevated drive speed system is functioning correctly. Lower the machine to the ground, pushing the emergency stop button at both the platform and the ground controller, and turn the key to the off position and remove the key.